This is it. This is the tipping point where everything's going to change. I wasn't expecting this for another 18 months at least, but it's happening now. And I predict that over the summer, the world is going to change very quickly in pretty much every different aspect because of what's happening right now with AI agents. So there are two really exciting things that I want to talk about in today's episode that are coming soon, very soon. Um, and one has to do with business owners starting an online business, making money online. The other one has to do with manifestation. And these things are quite literally going to change your life, shift your reality. So I just wanted to talk about it today because I'm really, really excited about this. And for a while now in my business, I've been in this like struggle where I feel like I'm in between two different worlds within my business. And I've been talking with my chat GPT about it because, um, as you know, obviously I've been very intertwined with the law of attraction, manifestation, and that has pretty much been the foundation behind my business. But as my business has grown, I feel very called to share how I did it because I feel like if someone can see the blueprint and they can duplicate it and they can have a successful business and build a life of freedom, I want to share that. And so I have a lot of business courses and things that have been coming out over the past really the past couple of years, but like a huge emphasis this year on that. And so I've been kind of like, what do I do? Do I have just do one or just do the other? But what I'm realizing is I really need to move forward with both because both are what created my success in my business. If I didn't have the manifestation background and the foundation and the mindset and overcoming all of the fear and the doubts and the limiting beliefs that you have when starting a business that come up every single day when you post online, I would have given up a long time ago. I probably never would have even gotten started. And so I really do feel like they go hand in hand. And I needed both. And so I need to continue to share both. And not everyone's going to want both manifestation and business, and that's fine. But I do think that both are available, both can be duplicated. And like I said in last week's episode, this is the best time to be starting a business and to manifest a life of freedom because of where we're going with AI specifically, but also just technology in general, because we have quantum technology now that's being developed. So, the first update that I'm going to talk about ties in perfectly with last week's episode. So, if you haven't yet listened to that episode, go listen to it now. That's what it's about. It's about why now is the best time to start a business and how the AI revolution, which is happening as we speak. And like right now, I feel like this is the point in time. This is the fork in the road where things are going to happen really fast and AI is going to fundamentally change the way we work and redefine how we structure our lives. It's going to give opportunities for freedom that we didn't have before, opportunities to break this cycle of being stuck and dedicating your life to like an hourly or salaried job. And I think of it as a fork in the road because I think that there's going to be people who this will be their new prison, right? And they're going to have the victim mentality of like, AI is taking over and I don't know what to do. And, they're going to go that route and just feel helpless. And then there's going to be people that see this as their ticket to freedom and use it and learn how to work with it. And that's obviously where I'm at this point. And I said in last week's episode, this doesn't mean that I think that everything we're doing with AI is great. Like, I think there are absolutely risks and more that we should be doing to slow it down, but we're not. And it's moving forward, whether we like it or not. And so I'm trying to look at it as how can I use this to improve my life, to improve other people's lives? And that's what I want to talk about today because I feel like I just hit a complete, like one of those like aha moments of like, holy shit, this summer this is going to completely change the way that I run my business. And it's going to give me even more freedom and time, that was spent on tasks that I didn't want to do. So even if I was going to say, like, if you don't want to start a business ever, or like you never want to make money online, then just skip over the next few minutes. But I really feel like you should listen to it because even if you're not going to start a business, the stuff's happening. And I think in the business world, we're hearing about it first, but it's going to apply to everything. It's going to apply to your job, to education, to anything you do basically online. This is going to apply. So I think it would be wise to just listen to it and keep an open mind. And maybe the wheels will start turning for how you can use this as an opportunity to create more freedom, more income, more abundance in your life. Okay, so after, like almost right after I published last week's episode, I had a call with Kajabi. Kajabi is the major platform that I use for my entire business. It's like the mothership of my business. Okay. It's where everything is housed. My website, my landing pages, my checkout pages, payment processing, my courses, my coaching, my community, my email marketing, you name it. Like that is my one-stop shop for everything. So I had a call with them and they have something that is launching, a deal that they're launching today through June 2nd that I have never seen before. This is completely different from any offer I have seen them do. And they said that this is going to not be something that they're going to offer again anytime soon. So it's a very like rare thing that's happening. Now, to be fully transparent, before I get into all of this, I am a Kajabi partner, which means when somebody signs up for Kajabi using my link, I get a commission from that. But I want to be crystal clear that it's not a paid ad. Kajabi is not a sponsor of the podcast. I just, I love it. And that's why I'm sharing it. Like when people ask me, when I'm starting a business, what are the non-negotiables? What should I absolutely invest in when starting the business? And the two things that I tell them are a must for me personally in my business is number one, a laptop, like a good laptop with good video, sound quality, all that. And the second is Kajabi. It runs everything for me in my business. My automations, my funnels, my upsells, bump orders, sales analytics, forecasting. It's where I build everything. And I use it every single day. And I don't even use all of the features. So like you can create memberships, you can even create a custom app with them now, which I've messed around with that. I still like where I'm at. I could switch that at some point, but they offer it. You can do live streams, like if you have a group coaching program or community, they have so many things. And I don't even use all the features, but I think it's just 1,000% worth the price that I pay because prior to that, I was using like 10 different platforms, platform for email marketing, a platform for landing pages, a platform for payment processing. And when I added up what I was spending on all these little things, I was spending just as much as what Kajabi is, but I would have 10 tabs open every day going back and forth anytime I wanted to update anything, which was such a headache. And so anyhow, I can't speak highly of it enough. But I want to get into what they told me because this will apply not just to Kajabi, but this is just a good indication of what's happening in the world with AI agents. Okay. So, AI agents, you've probably heard of people talking about this. Right now, I think most people are familiar with ChatGPT or Claude or Grok, where you go on and you can type in prompts. So let's say you type in a prompt like, give me the copy for my sales page, and it'll pop out like a whole thing of all the copy. And right now, what you do is you have to take that and you have to go manually like build your landing page with that copy. Well, with AI agents, you give them the prompt and they can go do the action. So if I'm like, go make me this landing page, it'll just go do it. And so I've been playing around with this a little bit, but not a whole lot because there were limitations. Okay. So for example, one of the limitations was it didn't have access to Kajabi. Like, how am I going to get it into Kajabi when like Kajabi doesn't have that capability? Well, now they do. Okay, this is, well, not now, it's coming in a few days, but this is where everything is completely going to change. So I want you, as I'm explaining this scenario with my business, I want you to just use your imagination and think about your business or your job or your hobbies, your passion projects, your kids' school, anything you can think of. And I want you to start connecting the dots of how these AI agents are going to basically replace any tasks that are repetitive, monotonous, things that you don't really want to do, but you have to do, like checking your email, responding to people, scheduling things. That's all going to be replaced with AI agents. And I think that this is going to be a huge rollout in the business world because everyone that I know that has a business is using Kajabi. And now that Kajabi is going to be implementing these things, I foresee a lot of other platforms quickly following suit. I just think they're way ahead of the game in the way that they're doing it. So basically, what they announced, I want to get with this first because I did mention Kajabi in last week's episode. So they're going to roll out 5 new like launches, okay, within Kajabi. And during this launch period, they are offering through their Kajabi partners, so I'm a Kajabi partner, 50% off for 12 months. Now they've never, as long as I have used them and partnered with them, I've never seen this level of a discount. And what they're doing too is they're really helping out their partners because, like, if you get it through my link, for example, you get 12 months at 50% off. If you were to just go to the Kajabi website on your own, it would only be locked in for 6 months. So this is like a very exclusive offer, and it starts today and it ends June 2nd. So I just want to spit that out because if you are planning on starting a business, and when I say starting a business, I guess that sounds so intimidating. What I should say is if you are planning on selling digital products or making money online, whether that's through one-on-one coaching, masterminds, courses, selling subliminals, working with AI, like anything like that, then this is a no-brainer deal and you should do it now because then you're going to have 12 months to get your business up and running. And what I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind because it's not going to take 12 months. It's going to take literally minutes because of all of these things that they're implementing. And it's just insane. So if you've been thinking like, should I start a business? Should I start selling online? You need to do it. This is your time. This is completely the best time to get in on this. And I'm going to share how I'm going to be using all these tools as we get into it. Okay. So they're doing this deal. It's not going to be, they have confirmed they are not going to have another deal like this anytime soon. If you already have Kajabi, unfortunately, the deal doesn't apply. This is just for like new Kajabi members. So for example, I pay $249 a month for the pro plan. So if you signed up, it would be $124 a month. But that's for the pro plan. If you're just new and you don't have like a million landing pages and offers and products and you're just getting started, then you just start with the basic plan, which is normally $179 a month, but it's only going to be $89.50 a month from today until June 2nd, and then the deal ends. So it's a huge discount for what you get. So I mentioned all the things that Kajabi does in the beginning, but now they're going to roll out like all of these things that is going to save me so much time and confusion and overwhelm. And it's going to be able to take my ideas. Like I have no shortage of ideas. I constantly am like talking with ChatGPT, feeding it all these ideas that I have, but the implementation is what, like, I can't keep up with all of it, you know? And this is going to take care of that. This is going to make things happen so quickly. So I'm going to go over what these things are. Okay, so the first thing that is has already launched is, or I'm sorry, no. This is launching tomorrow. It's Co-Founder. So Co-Founder is like their AI within Kajabi that it knows your business. Okay, so it's in Kajabi, so it's trained on everything. So it can build your plan, your offers, your marketing, your launch strategy, draft an entire course, an email sequence for you. So that's amazing, but that's not even close to like all the amazing things. The, they have Backstage, which this is more like if you are doing one-on-one coaching, it's like a private portal for each one of your clients. They have Amplify, which is where I can connect with other business owners and I can share like my offers to their audience and they can share theirs to mine and then we pay each other for it. So totally optional, but it's a very cool thing just to expand your audience. And then here's the exciting things. Okay. So one of them is called MCP and this comes out May 28th. And this is where you are going to tell Claude or ChatGPT what you want and your AI agent is going to be able to build all of it for you. So I can say, hey, I want a landing page for this new product that I'm creating, and it will go and do it like in under a minute. So what used to take me a whole day or an afternoon of me having to go in and do all the boring work, the stuff that sucks as a business owner, like building a checkout page, it will do it for me in under a minute. And so any idea you have, you can implement so quickly. You no longer have to be a little bit tech savvy or you don't have to have like great design skills because it's going to go do it all for you. And then the other thing that launches June 1st is called Expert Agents. And this is basically just a 24/7 AI sales and teaching agent that's trained on everything in your business, your content, your offers, your voice, how to answer questions, handle objections on the sales page, teaching when one of your students, your customers, your clients get stuck at 2 a.m. and they're frustrated, it can help them. It can work with them. So I want to explain this. I'm going to give you examples because I've been talking with my GPT about how I would implement this. And it's just absolutely mind-boggling. And this is just like the first run of like ideas of how to implement this. Okay. So basically, it becomes like your AI brain. right? So you would build a GPT, which I already teach people how to do, but you're going to build it based on your brand, your voice, answer like FAQs, things like that. And it's going to be able to, so like for my business, let's say someone goes on my website and they're like, I really want to manifest money, but I've been broke my whole life and I'm just feeling like so frustrated and I have anxiety. So I've been, you know, just freaking out with my job and right. And they give you like, they say their whole scenario that's very specific to them. This AI agent will be able to say, okay, this is my game plan for you. I am recommending this audio in the Manifest It Now app, this lesson in the Release to Receive course, this, journal prompt. Like it could go through my entire catalog of everything that I have and make specific recommendations on what's going to help them very quickly. It can give personalized like practices. So this is what Quantum Mentor does inside of Quantum Catalyst, where it will give like completely customized advice, affirmations, visualizations based on each and every person. And so another thing that it does is there's like a little quiz you take at the beginning, and it gives you an archetype based on how you learn, how you process information, your worldview. Like it assigns you an archetype. And then that's how it teaches you. Like, so it's not just giving you generic advice, it's teaching you based on how you learn. It's talking to you based on like what resonates with you. And so, what my GPT was telling me is that these agents could take those archetypes and customize everything. It can give a customized email based on someone's archetype. It can give a customized upsell for someone's archetype based on what they want to see, which is just um absolutely crazy because it would all happen without me lifting a finger. Like I would build it, I would build my AI brain and like set up the whole thing, and then it would just run for me. So I have so many ideas here. Like, I don't know if you can tell how excited I am, but like things you worry about as a business owner is like retention. Like, people fall off. People will start a course and then they'll forget about it, or they'll get distracted and then they don't finish it. Um, or obviously, like if someone's unhappy or they're not understanding something or they can't find something or they have a question about the course, this handles all of that. Like this will completely transform that. It will make recommendations to them on like future products and things like that. So it's like having a virtual assistant, but like that's a copy of you that would answer things the way you answer them, that will do things the way you do them, that understand the way your mind works, the branding of your business, the way you speak. Like absolutely next level. And this is all rolling out as we speak. So, all of this is included, by the way. If you sign up for Kajabi, even if you're on the basic plan, all of these features are included as just part of every single plan. So what I decided is I am absolutely, as soon as this launches, I am implementing it in my business. And what I'm going to do is create a course around how I did it. Like, how did I build my GPT brain, and I'm going to have multiple. Like, I'll have one for my app, I'll have one for my courses, I'll have one for my, like, the selling and sales pages. So I will do a course on how I'm creating this, how I'm connecting it to Kajabi, all of the different ideas, automations, everything I'm going to put into this. And so anyone who signs up between now and June 2nd for Kajabi using my link, you will get access to this course as soon as it's available, like as soon as, and basically you'll be learning with me. We'll be doing this in real time. So you'll get free access to that so that you can see exactly like how I'm setting up this AI system within my business. So that's just going to be a little Added bonus if you sign up with my link. And by the way, the link will be in the show notes. You can also get it. I'll put it on the first page of my website. So the lawofattractiontribe.com. I'll put a little button for Kajabi. So yeah, if you use that link, I'll send you that course. So it's just going to make life so much easier. Things that used to take hours, days, weeks will now take seconds and minutes to get done. And what does that mean? It means it's going to free up a lot of time. It's going to free up a lot of headache. Um, all of the things I don't like doing in my business, the back end stuff, it's going to handle for me. And so if that's what's happening with this business, just again, like start thinking about how this is going to change every aspect of your life. It's going to change your job. Anything that an AI agent can do, a company is going to have an AI agent do. Unfortunately, they don't have to pay an AI agent benefits over time. What you can do in hours, like it's going to do in seconds. So, this is why in the last episode, I said they're predicting that most white collar jobs are going to be replaced within 18 months because of these AI agents. So, it's happening. Like it's being implemented. And so how can you use this knowing it's happening? How can you use this to your benefit to create more time, more freedom, more ease in your life? Like think about anything that stresses you out right now, things that take up your time. This will change a lot of that. I mean, obviously it can't do everything, but I think we're going to be blown away over the summer and how much things shift because of these AI agents and how they're going to be applied to every company across the board. So if you do have a business, like don't wait, like you could really differentiate yourself by implementing this stuff now before everyone else does it. So again, just a good time to get started. So let me see what else. I want to scroll through and then I want to get to the other thing. I have another big exciting announcement around manifestation. Um, that I just wanted to see like we came up with so many ideas already on how to train this AI. Um, yeah, so like it was saying you could use this for automations where like let's say someone buys my release to receive course, it can automatically suggest, like, okay, in this course for you and your particular scenario, start with this lesson, this audio. And by the way, in the app, there's these audios that I would recommend. And by the way, there's this, like, it can make customized plans for people, which is just crazy. And if someone stops engaging, like they fall off, it can pop in and be like, hey, you're doing great. Here's a little 5-minute reset to get back into alignment. I mean, just anything you can think of, pretty much it can do. So I'm super excited about this. And I hope you are too. I know it's like scary and the world is changing very quickly. And I think we're going to feel that, especially this summer. Um, but I just want to plant that seed that this can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. And it's really your perspective. Your perspective creates your reality. And so don't let it destroy your job, your life, or income. Let it empower you to do what you've always wanted to do. And don't sit on it. Like now, this is the best time. This is the best time ever to chase your dreams, start that business, try the idea. Okay. So, like I said, I never would have started my business if I didn't have like the mindset, the manifestation piece. So now I want to get into that because I have something else that came through. And basically, my biggest beef with the manifestation space, like the modern today manifestation space, and really like the self-development and spiritual spaces as well. Just the whole industry as a whole, I have a pet peeve. And that is that it focuses almost entirely on doing, on taking action. Like if you listen to any marketing person, business person, self-development person, it's all about like taking action, taking action, taking action, doing the thing, you know? Um, and then in like the spiritual manifestation spaces, it's all about the tools, the practices, the rituals, like, and that's the big focus. And it's not about the doing at all. Like, if you want to manifest your dream reality, okay, it really has nothing to do with doing. And we could argue, I know people want to argue with me about that. That, yeah, you do have to take some action, but that's not what it's about at all. It's about shifting your state of being, okay? Taking action and following like a plan and steps, that is not really manifestation. That's setting a goal, making a plan, and following through. And that is a way that things happen. But manifesting it is shifting your vibrational state and stepping into this new reality by stepping into the version of you that already has it. Okay, so those are two different things, but we like to kind of like act like they're one, but they're not. And once you get into quantum physics and start connecting the dots, you realize how different those two things are. And so, I created Quantum Catalyst last year, and that is like my deep dive. It's like if you were going to get a PhD in quantum manifestation, that's basically what it is. And um, going through all of that, it shifts you. It helps you shift your perspective. And when you shift your perspective, you shift your reality. And you realize that all of these tools that we have, whether it's journaling, subliminals, rituals, practices, those are all great. But at the end of the day, they're just tools. They are things that you do, right? So it's doing something to help you shift your state of being. But that's the key, right? It's your state of being that determines your reality. And what I see in the manifestation space, the self development space, the spiritual space, even the business space, is people get so caught up in those tools and they say, like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it enough? And they end up overdoing it to the point that it becomes an anxious compulsion rather than an expander, rather than something that helps you. It's doing the opposite. It keeps you in a constant state of separation, a constant state of doing. Think of it as like a constant state of wanting. And as long as you want something, you are putting out a signal that you currently don't have that thing. And that's the vibration that you're operating on, the vibration that you don't have that thing, that you're separate from that thing. And that's not what you want. You want the vibration of I already have it. That's how you manifest. That's how you quantum shift. And so sometimes these tools can have the opposite effect because people think I have to do it over and over and over and over again so that it'll manifest. But you can feel that energy. It's desperation. It's that energy of separation. And it's certainly not believing and trusting and surrendering to the universe. And so that's what I see most of the time when I'm on social media around manifestation, and it's driving me crazy. And it's been on my mind for a while now. Like, how do I get people to see this? How do I help people shift their energy, shift their state of being without getting caught up in these tools and turning it into a whole like to-do list and a chore? So I've had a creative block for like months around this. And just recently, the block dissolved. And it was like the floodgates opened. Creativity just came like pouring in. And you know how I love like science and spirituality and technology and how they're all converging at this point in time. So I started thinking, how can I use technology and science and spirituality to help people quantum leap, to access their dream reality easily and quickly? And we've already figured some of this out, right? Like we know how to use technology with subliminals to overcome limiting beliefs quickly. We know binaural beats help you get into this state of flow and balance the masculine and feminine energies. We know that solfeggio frequencies correspond with chakras and healing. We know that theta waves can get you into that deep, like trance state, that highly suggestible state. But, like, what can I do to fully immerse people in this vision and this identity of their dream reality? How can I do that? Right? Like, how can I get people's emotions on board, but also their like speak to their subconscious, but also calm their nervous system, but also get their like energetic state aligned with their dream reality? So that this was like what I've been pondering, right? And then when the floodgates opened, it was like all these ideas just poured through me. And I created something just so cool. It's so different from anything I've ever created. It's so next level that I don't even know how to describe it. I don't have words for it. And by the way, like I did this without AI agents. So I can't even, I'm already getting excited to think about what I can do as the technology continues to advance. But it's not a course, it's not a program. It's like an experience. It's something you just have to experience. And it's called the June Quantum Portal because it's only going to be open for the month of June. So think of like a portal, it's open. The month of June, you can step through the portal and then the portal closes and then the portal's gone. And it's a completely like interactive experience to shift your state of being. So I didn't want you just like watching a video, like you typically would in a course. I want you like in the video, like in the version of your dream reality. I want you like engaged. And so the way it's set up, it just eases you through everything in this really like fun, immersive way. It engages your senses, your emotions, your nervous system, and it takes you out of this state of overthinking and into a state of open possibility where your imagination and creativity can really come to life and you can tap into your higher self quickly and easily. And I think that's key. I think we are conditioned from a very young age in our society to overthink everything. And that's a real problem with manifestation. We get our logical, conscious mind involved and it fucks things up. Like it gets in the way. It tells us we can't do things that our intuition is guiding us towards. And so this like shuts that off and it really helps you bring online your imagination, your creativity, your intuition. Um, and it's just fun. It's just different. And I'm really, really, really excited um to offer this. So it is the Summer Portal. And since it's only open for the month of June, the doors are only going to be open for 3 days. So June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are the only days that you can get in. And then after that, like literally the landing page disappears. So you got to get in during those days. Um, and yeah, I don't want to give anything else away, but it's fun. There's some hidden clues. I left some like little Easter eggs in there. Um, and it's something that I think is going to blow your mind. I think it's going to help you completely shift your state of being. And when you shift your state of being, you shift your reality. And that's what it's intended to do. And it's not something that you're going to go in and do a bunch of things over and over again and drag it out. It's like you're going to be guided through this portal, this interactive portal. And then when it's done, it's done. Like it's not meant to be obsessed over. I don't want it to become a chore, a daily, like just another daily practice or routine. It's meant to completely like shift you and then you're done. You let go and you surrender and you trust that the universe is working on your behalf for you. Just like an AI agent is working on your behalf, the universe is working on your behalf. That's really the intention behind it and why I set it up the way that I did. And you won't understand what I'm talking about until you get in it. So anyhow, um doors open on the 1st. So I have a wait list going. If you're interested in it, and I know this is not for everybody, um so I would say if you're getting that intuitive nudge, if something is like piquing your curiosity or your intuition is like this feels right, get on the wait list and then you'll be notified as soon as it opens and you can get in. And um, like I said, this is for the month of June. I don't know for sure yet if I'm going to do another portal in July. I'm on the fence right now. But if I do, it's not going to be the same. It'll be different in every way. And like it will build on the first one. So it's one of those things where like if you miss it, you miss it. So I would suggest getting in, at least getting on the wait list, which I'll put in the show notes. You can also go to thelawofattractiontribe.com and I'll have a little button with the wait list there if it's something that you're interested in. But the more that I got into quantum physics through Quantum Catalyst, it really got me to like dive into what are all the studies and research that's out there? What are physicists saying? And it really made me realize that, yeah, everything that we think is woo woo or just some crazy theory is actually more likely than what we were taught in school. And reality is not fixed. Nothing is solid, which means you can influence it. It's moldable. You can shape it. And when you start to realize this at a deep fundamental level, things just happen quickly. And it's like life becomes more fun. It's like a game. And that doesn't mean that there's never anything bad that ever happens. I think that's another big misconception in the manifestation space that if you know how to quantum leap, like everything in your life is going to be great because you're in your dream reality. And that's not true. Like there's always going to be polarity. There's always going to be downs where there's ups and ups where there's downs. Um, but you can improve things and you can make miracles happen. You can have things that you once thought were unbelievable take shape in your life. Um, but it's all about looking at it in a different way. It's not about doing. If you can get into this fun state and think of it like a game and just allow yourself to play with the game, it shifts something. It helps you surrender and let go. And um, it's very different from the old way of setting a goal, making a plan, executing on that plan, taking action. And yeah, I'm really excited to share it with you guys. It's probably the coolest thing I've created so far, in my opinion. And I think you're going to love it. So, Yeah, if you're interested, go to the link in the show notes, go to the lawofattractiontribe.com, get on the wait list. I'll let you know as soon as doors open. And if you are thinking about starting a business, now's the time to do it. Now is the time to do it. Sign up. It's going to be easier than ever before in the history of the world to start a business, to make money. Um, Pretty much like all of the barriers are being removed. If you're not tech savvy, it doesn't matter. If you're not creative, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a good eye for design, graphic design, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a lot of money to start with, it doesn't matter. Like this stuff is cheap. You're gonna have all these tools for like $89. Um, so it's just a wild time, great time to get started, in my opinion. And yeah, I hope that if it's meant for you, you found it and it sparked something inside of you. It gives you some hope, inspires you that yep, the AI revolution is here, but that doesn't mean that it has to be bad for you or your job or your business or your income. It can actually be the opposite and create more freedom and ease in your life. All right, so that's all I have for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you back here in the next episode.